So obviously, this is a long video. You can see it. We can both see it. It's a thing. You can put my voice in the background if you just want to listen to this like podcast style. Maybe we'll have to do some podcasts in the future. Anyways, this stuff has to be talked about. Mental health is super important. And we're about to get real deep. We're about to get real. And this is coming from my perspective, my life, into yours. So I hope that you truly enjoy this video. Today, we're obviously not in the gym. I don't got any like random products to review, even though I got like ghost stuff all over the place here. We need to talk, and we need to talk about our mental health, because to me, that is just as important as your actual physical health, if not more important. And here's why. I'm going to give you some real life experience coming straight from my heart, and we got to talk about these things. And maybe you learn a couple things about me that you didn't know today. So when I grew up, I was poor. I was forever battling depression, and as a little kid, dealing with your thoughts and feelings in a way that is unhealthy, and you keep growing up, it just becomes more and more unhealthy. It's like a festering wound. If you get stabbed, or if you get scratched, or if you have something going on and you don't take care of it, more than just a Band-Aid, if you don't clean out that wound and then put some Neosporin up in there and then put the Band-Aid or then put some wrap, it's going to begin to look nasty. It's going to begin to fester, and you're going to have some more problems than what was the original issue at hand. That's what my life was like growing up. There was a lot of things going down, and there wasn't a lot of actual getting to the root of it so that it could not be a part of my life anymore. The older I got, the worse my situation got. Like I said, I was already poor. I was already depressed. But when you take being poor and depressed into a school-like situation, for one, teachers don't always care. For two, administration doesn't always care. They just want to know, why are you missing school? Why do you have an attitude problem? Why this, why that? But they don't really care enough always. Some do, but not always. Enough to get to the root of that and actually go beyond themselves and see what they can do about actually helping that child, helping that family. So then there's an element of kids. Then there's an element of kids just plain suck, and they will latch on to any bit of juicy detail and make fun of that other said kid and bully that other said kid and just poke fun at a real life situation, a real life scenario. I had a few friends, and I had a lot of people that just wanted to just be cool. And you know, when you're growing up, you're just a kid trying to find yourself. Well, I was also a kid obviously trying to find himself, and what I found myself doing is fading away. I found myself curling up into a ball and just wanting to cry. I found myself not wanting to be around anybody else as the years got older, times got tougher, and I found myself in a situation where I didn't want to go to school anymore because I didn't want to be around everybody always chirping, always asking, Keith, why did you miss school? Keith, why didn't you do this? Keith, why didn't you do your homework? Keith, this, Keith, that. Like, if one person said it to me, it felt like 1,000. I was already depressed about a lot of things. And as the years went on, I was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I ate myself into a 350 pound plus hole because I was so sad, because I just hated life. And the thing that gave me like mental clarity and a little bit of comfort in a moment was eating. And I would put away the food, but like long-term effect, it didn't have any like actual good output. It just made me feel good for the moment. But it's just like somebody that does drugs, or it's just like somebody that, you know, is like addicted to any other thing. Like, It's good in that moment, but long term, it's not a good solution. It's not actually getting to the heart of that wound. It's just putting a Band-Aid on it so you feel good about yourself. And that's what food was to me, because I wasn't getting it from my friends. I wasn't getting it from family. I wasn't getting it from anybody. Thank God I had my mom. Thank God I had my cats. Still got them. Thank God. But I didn't feel like I had anything else. And at some point or another, that wasn't enough either. Because when I was 15, I tried to commit suicide. I tried to hang myself. And it's not something that I'm proud of, but it's real life. I tried to kill myself because I wanted out of this life. I hated who I was. I hated the life around me. And I didn't feel like anybody beyond my mom or my cats loved or cared about me. So I was like, what the heck? Why am I here? Why am I here? So thank God when I had that around my neck, my mom walked in because it was about to go down. And seeing the terror and the fear in her eyes was enough for me to be like, wow, I can't do this. Like, this is, I couldn't do it. I obviously couldn't do it. She wasn't going to let me. Like, seeing that look in your mom's eyes as you're about to die. No, that makes you rethink everything. And there's been other hard times in my life that made me think about this, that made me even ponder that. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, well, or I don't want y'all to be sitting there thinking, wow, kid's suicidal. Not at all. But there is nothing wrong with you if you have contemplated suicide. And I want to get that perfectly out there and squared away. If you feel like nobody loves you or nobody would miss you, or if you feel like you're not worth it, or you're not worthy, or you're not worthy of love, or if you wouldn't matter if you didn't exist on this earth anymore, you're not alone. You're not the only one that has ever felt that way. You're not the only one within your friend group right now, within your circle, within your friends, within the people that you see on a daily basis that feels like that. People contemplate suicide often. They really do. More than they care to admit. If anything, I want to express to you that you're not alone. But I also want to express to you that you matter and that you don't have to go through with that. You don't have to go through with that. It's honestly not a greener grass pasture on the other side. It's not. It's not. It's called a decision of darkness that you're never going to get back. If you're watching this video and you need somebody to talk to, freaking message me. Call me. Comment on this video. Whatever you gotta do, I will listen to you. If you ever feel like you're all alone and there's nobody else to talk to and nobody else can relate to how you feel, because if you told anybody else your thoughts and feelings, they would think you're crazy and they would call the cops on you because they don't know what else to do because they're Karens. They would literally not know what to do. They wouldn't even know how to handle that heavy kind of thoughts and feelings that's going through your heart. I'm telling you what, I've been there. I've had it around my neck. I wanted to die. I hated life. I really did. And I was just a kid. And as I've grown up into being an adult, there's been times that I felt like that again. I didn't take it that far, but man, I wanted to. Man, I wanted everything to just stop hurting. I wanted all the pain to just stop. I wanted life to just press pause. That's all it is. That's all it was. Our mental health is a big deal. And there's a lot of factors in our life that matter. There's a lot of factors in our life that factor into our mental health. Our job, our friends, our family, our school, our kids. Are we going to the gym? What kind of healthy activities are we involved into? What kind of food are we putting into our body? All these things are factors that actually matter because you matter. We matter as people. We really do. So when those kind of thoughts are creeping in, it's not just out of randomness. It's really not. It's an avalanche predicated by our life and the prior things that have happened. It's not just a random occurrence. Somebody doesn't just do something to you and you take it that far. It is literally something that happens over time. It keeps building and building and building. So how can we help this? How can we change this? What can we do? Action steps. For one, counseling is an awesome thing. This year has been one of the, it makes me want to cry just literally thinking about the hell this year. Just putting myself in that mindset of the craziness that's going down this year. This year has been amazing, but this year has also been the worst. Like it really has. Counseling does wonders, folks. It really does. Having somebody unbiased, but somebody that wants to help you, and they want to help you sort your thoughts and come to a healthy solution and get you from point A to B and beyond. There is no shame in that game. Go get a counselor. Go get it. Go get it. There's budget ones. There's ones that you can get online that you can text them at any given time. You can have meetings with them multiple times a week, one time a month, no matter what it is. Counseling is a big deal and you need to do it. Honestly, if you're going through some stuff, man, and you can't afford it, go do it. Honestly, if you can conjure up $100 a month, I guarantee you can conjure up a counselor. And if you need help finding one of those, get at me and we'll find it and we'll make it happen. Another action step, honestly, Jesus. And that's not just a meme. You need Jesus. Like, that's a big deal. Having that peace and hope in your life is absolutely life-changing. And if you don't know what that means, I mean, God is so good. And you are perfectly and specially handcrafted, created, and you are loved. So much. You're worth dying for. You watching this right now, hearing my voice, you're worth dying for. So accepting God's love into your life is such a radically life-altering thing, especially in the midst of brokenness. It's insane. So that's just a concept to grasp, but it's also an action step, because praying and worshiping, like literally like singing to him and talking, like having that active conversation, because you don't know what else. I mean, in the moment, you're like, I don't know what else to do. Talk to God. He's listening. I promise you. But having that gap in your life filled by him, it can most definitely help. Even if you don't want it, even if you don't feel it, even if you can't see him, he's working. Action step number 3, write this stuff down. Get your thoughts and feelings out there. Like, for real. There is something empowering and just eye-opening when you type out your feelings. And I'm not saying being that dramatic person on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying type out your stuff in a Word document or on your phone, like voice texting. Like, you can very easily pull up your phone and just talk freely on either a video. You can just like be boom, like exactly what I'm doing right here, or you can just pull up your voice texting and it can type out for you. But maybe you need a little clickety clack on the keyboard just so you can get that fulfillment, getting your words out. Or maybe you're old school, like a real life human being, and a pen and paper, getting that stuff out of you, writing it down, journaling. It's a big deal. It is so therapeutic to see your thoughts and to see your feelings, to even see and hear your prayers right there. Some people they feel so disconnected from people. They feel so disconnected from God, and they don't know what to do. I'm telling you what, write down your stuff. Write down, journal. You feeling some sort of way? Your coach, your teacher, your mama, your daddy, your friends, they pissing you off? Write it down. Talk about it. Make a video about it. Just get it out of you. Get it out of you. Practice makes perfect, for one. And I'm telling you what, there is a fulfilling measure of getting it out. Why do you think us people on social media and YouTubers and all sorts of things keep making videos? Man, there's a fulfilling element to this communication right here. And if no one sees me, it doesn't matter, because I literally spoke it out. Got it out of me. Do that. Practice that. Action step number 4, don't hide your emotions. If someone's asking you, hey, how you doing today? You don't have to be like, I'm doing great. How are you? If everything sucks inside, for one, avoid those conversations. My gosh. We get so lost in the sauce in these like, oh, hey, how's it going? Don't ask somebody a question that you don't want people asking you back. Like, honestly. And if they ask you how you doing, well, honestly, you're either going to freak them out by telling them all your stuff. And I don't mean like going deep and giving them the whole Britannica version of your stuff. But I'm talking like, yeah, I'm really going through it right now. It's a sucky day. How about you? Hit them with that, because you'll see who they are real quick. You'll see who they are real quick, because they'll either want to know and they'll open themselves up for you to talk about it, and maybe they'll just lend an ear, just listen, then you'll see what kind of real person you got right there. Or they'll just glance over it. Maybe they got their own stuff going on. They ain't trying to deal with your stuff, and they'll just move on to the next topic. But nevertheless, you'll see what kind of situation you're dealing with right there. The big thing about that is you being real, and you not putting sugar coating over the bull crap that you're actually going through right there. That's one element of life that people miss. Being real. We really miss that. Everything's good. Good. How are you doing? Good? Yeah, you're good. I'm good, bro. Good. No. Sometimes life just sucks. Sometimes today is just pissing me off. Sometimes things happen and it's okay to express those things. Just saying. It's okay. It's okay, because maybe that other person's going through some stuff too. And they're like, daggone, I'm not the only one having a bad day today. Man. And then you can have a little happy-go-lucky rejoicing time because they having a bad day, you having a bad day. What's up, bro? I'm not the only one. You never know. So stop lying to yourself, stop lying to everybody else, and just keep it real. Daggone it. And say whatever, however much information you want to divulge, that's on you. Just don't become that dramatic person on Facebook, online, on YouTube, that just does this stuff for likes. That just does just posts these sad things just for attention. If you want people to pray for you because you're going through it, then say, hey, having a horrible day. I hate life right now. Pray for me. Just be real. The more real you are, the more real results that you'll actually get. Real recognizes real. That's not just a saying, it's real life. Last and most definitely not least is you time. Doing things for you, because sometimes we can get so lost and caught up in whatever our situation is, whether it's here on social media, going for those views, going for those likes, going for those subscribers, going for those followers, that we lose our sense of self. And we lose our sense of self in regards to what we actually want to do, what content we want to push out there. In a more real life sense of it all, we can be working tirelessly, working a job that we hate, just so that we can make money to buy things that we don't exactly need beyond the roof over our head. And our whole life is just living to work, and then living for the weekend, and just living for those moments where we can actually breathe. And then before we know it, we're right back on that grind again, just to keep things right here. I'm telling you what, you want a real easy way to burn this out, to burn our heart out, and to get into a deep, deep, dark place. Spin those wheels, baby. I'm telling you. We got to do more things that we actually desire and want to do. Obviously, when we're in different stages of our life, we have to do whatever it is we got to do to get to wherever it is we are wanting to go. Got to do what you got to do. You've heard it said 1,000 times. At what point do you put yourself first? At what point do you see your dreams, desires, ambitions, and you actually strive for them? At some point or another, if you don't, you're going to not only allow those things to fade away, but you're going to start building up resentment towards the person, place, or thing that allowed that thing to become a lesser degree of importance in your life. And not only is that resentment bad, but you're going to start building some thoughts and feelings that are deep and dark, because you're going to have a lot of regret. One thing that you do not want is to have regret and resentment towards your kids, towards your parents, towards your spouse, towards your friends, towards your teammate, your coach, your boss, whatever it is. So taking time out of your day, of your week, of your month, of your year, of your life, taking time out to pursue that happiness, to live your best life legitimately and see it through to the end. You owe it to yourself to do that. There's a reason why there's cereal on my walls. There's a reason why I'm continually making these videos. There's a reason why I live the life that I live personally, because I'm living on my terms, man. Outside of Z, my head coach, because I'm a football coach, I'm my own boss. I really am. There are parameters and rules and regulations that I have to go by. Like at the gym that I train at, Thad is the king there, and I got to follow his rules there. But I'm my own boss. I'm a trainer. I can do what I please. That is my world right there. I run that business. I run Keefrica Media. I run this YouTube channel. I run my Instagram pages. I run what I put out there, period. I own my rights. My destiny is going to come forth through my efforts and the grace of God and the foundation that He has laid out there for me to use my free will and to pursue my dreams, goals, ambitions, and happiness to the best of my possible ability. So to me, even though this is like the last thing I listed, it might be the most important because it uses all of the things. Putting yourself first in some way, shape, or form is a big deal. People that get mentally burned out, people that get frustrated, people that are not really fun to be around because they are depressing, they are sad, they are stressed out humans, and it is what it is, are people that tend to put themselves last, that allow everybody else to walk over them, that just go through the motions just to get to where they're wanting to go, kind of, trying to go, kind of, I guess it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. You matter. The things that you want, need, and desire and need and should be pursuing in this life matter. Do it. Don't just dream big. You gotta have an action step, as we're saying right here. Find out what the hoops you gotta jump through. Jump through those hoops, baby. Because on the other side, after some work, for sure, is freedom. Not saying that's gonna be easy. Not saying that it's going to be easy at all. But, telling you what, if I would have never pursued cereal, if I would have never pursued training and jumped 110% into it, yet alone football coaching, man, I would probably be hating life right now, working at some factory, just so I could pay the bills, just so I could have a house over my head. But, what kind of life would I be living? I wouldn't be living at all. I'd be merely existing. Going through all the hell that I've gone through this year, just merely existing, wouldn't be enough. Not at all. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that it's just not enough. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that would just be their breaking point. That's why we're making this video. That's why we're talking about it. Because we have to get past that point of no return that we can see. It's coming. It's right there. We have to take this. We have to veer off to the left right here, bruh, because the cliff is coming, and that cliff is a dangerous spot. And I'm doing whatever I can to prevent you, whoever you are out there, from making some decisions that we're never going to be able to get back. Because I care, I really do. So there's action steps for you, and it really comes down to that: being real with yourself, being real with what you're actually feeling and what you're actually going through. And then really doing something about it. Because like that wound, if you don't take care of it, it's only going to get worse. Imagine if you broke your leg. I broke my leg 2 years ago. If I didn't take care of it, if I didn't go to the doctor, if I just let it go and be like, oh, it'll heal. Oh, I'll be good. It's never going to heal. And it might heal back. Wrong. You got to get those things taken care of. You really do. You really do. You just can't be like, oh, nah, bro, I'm good. Just rub some dirt on it, just wrap it up. I'm good. No, you got to take care of it. Just like you got to take care of your teeth. Just like you got to take care of your hair, if you have hair. Just like you got to take a shower. There's daily maintenance. There's maintenance to your body. There's maintenance to the things that you go through. There's maintenance to these wounds. And if you don't take care of them, then eventually it's going to rear its ugly head in a deep, deep way. And sometimes those wounds are inside. And there's ways to go about getting the help that we need, letting down our walls, being humble enough to be like, hey, my name is so-and-so and I need some help. Because we can't always do it on our own. And whether we're diverging our power onto another person to help us, whether we're literally just saying, hey, God, you take this because I can't do it on my own. Whatever the plan is, whatever whatever it is, actually taking that step and making things right so that we can get right is so important. I didn't do that when I was a teenager. And you know why I didn't do that when I was a teenager? Because I was worrying about what everybody else thought. I was trying to keep up with the Joneses, and it ended up getting me in a deep, dark depression hole, almost killing myself. And I ended up getting taken away from my mom anyways. And I had to spend the rest of my teenage years in, up until I was 18, taken away from her, and I was in the group homes and a ward of the state, and it was hell. It was horrible. And the depression didn't go away. The thoughts didn't go away. The craziness in my life didn't go away. But what I had to do was I had to find myself. And it took years to do that. But when you get into this deep, deep, dark hole, you go down on this deep, deep, dark path, and you start making decisions that aren't exactly good. And you start getting knee deep into your feelings and knee deep into your thoughts. And it takes you down a whole road and process that's just never good. And all the things that you know and all the things that you love will start fading away. And they aren't going to be there no more. And then what do you have to cling to? You have nothing. When you're alone with your thoughts and your feelings, and you have all these things have faded away because you've just internalized it all, I'm telling you, that's the worst place to be. Talk to people. Pray. Get it out of you. That's my thoughts. That's my talk today on mental health. It's important. We can't overlook it. I'm here from experience. I've probably said too much. But I hope that you loved today's video. Just every now and then we just got to get real. Just got to keep it real and talk about some real life stuff. So I appreciate you so much if you got to this point in the video. Make sure that you drop a like, say hi in the comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like and subscribe. Until the next one, peace.